It's a chilly March day here at Camp Nicolet, but we're going to warm things up on the podcast today with a great interview from Camp Nicolet alumni and singer-songwriter Leah Silberman. She'll be here on the podcast with us. She's going to do an interview and share some of her music live from Boston, Massachusetts. Also, we'll take a look at our 2014 Camp Nicolet staff. They're a great team. I've got some more details on them. And we'll take a look at Northpoint Adventures. All this coming up on the podcast from Camp Nicolet here at RadioNorthwoods.com. And indeed, it is another very chilly March day here at Camp Nicolet in Eagle River, Wisconsin. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeremy Stars, and it's nice to see you. I'm sorry that it's been a while. We did our first podcast back on January 1st, actually January 3rd of the new year, 2014, and we haven't done one since because we've been very, very busy here at Camp Nicolet. One of the big things, of course, that we talked about on the January 3rd podcast was the Midwest Open House, and we did have an awesome time with that, and we saw a lot of campers and alumni, parents and friends of Camp Nicolet gathered at the Winnetka Community Center in Winnetka, Illinois back on February 8th, and we had a great time with everybody. It was awesome to see people, and we watched the 2013 highlight video, Roar, which we hope you've gotten your copy of that. If you were at camp last year, we hope you've gotten your copy of that in the mail, and yeah, we just had a wonderful time. So that was a big deal, and then since then, actually, we've been working really hard here in the camp offices on hiring our super cool 2014 Camp Nicolet staff, and I'm pleased to say that as of today, March 24th, some month and a half since the Midwest Open House, that Camp Nicolet is all hired for 2014, and we have some great folks coming back. We have some wonderful new people as well, a lot of great counselors from across the Midwest, Wisconsin, and then from places far away too, as far away as Oceanside, California, Suwanee, Georgia, Mexico, and we do have Izzy, who will be joining us again from Germany. She'll be an intern for us here at Camp Nicolet, helping with the horseback riding program. So staff are coming from all over the place. If you'd like to check out who our staff is going to be this summer, please head on over to the camp website. It's www.campnicolet.com and click on About Camp and then Current Staff. And we're working on, as the last of the hires have come in, we're working on updating that current staff listing on that page. So lots and lots of fun. And talked to a lot of people in the last month and a half, and I'm very confident that we've got a great crew, very talented, very full of energy, coming in to help us with Camp Nicolet this summer. So 2014 is going to be a great year. I just want to go over a little bit kind of the leadership team here at camp. First of all, I'd like to say welcome to Ashley Nickel, who will be assisting me at camp and being the other associate director this summer. I'm one of the associate directors. I'll be supervising program or advising in program and continuing to supervise the operations of camp here. Ashley Nickel will be coming up from Indiana, and she will also be an associate director helping out with HR and being our head counselor. So we welcome Ashley. We do welcome back Jen Jackal to the team. She'll be in the office, so you parents and alumni who are calling the camp office, we'll be talking to Jen quite a bit. I'd like to say a big welcome to Elizabeth Aslan, and she'll be joining us from La Crosse. She's a student there, and she will be acting as camp's program director this summer. I'll be helping her with a lot of things, but Elizabeth has some great ideas and great energy. Also, Katie Singleton is back, and she's the director of Northpoint Adventures. I'll be helping her lead some of the trips as well, and Northpoint has a great summer coming up as well, program-wise, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But one of the big focuses of the show today is actually we had a chance to catch up with Leah Silberman, and Leah is a Camp Nicolet alum. She was here back in 2009, and had a chance to have a phone chat with her, and as many of you may know, Leah is a singer-songwriter, and she's actually taken a little hiatus from coming to camp over the last few summers, and she's pursued her music career. So we had a chance to catch up with Leah on the telephone, and Leah, where are we talking to you from today?
You are talking to me from Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. Life on the East Coast is cold, but it is productive and great and creative out here, and everyone's really awesome.
Nice. Now, Leah, tell us more about what you're up to.
I am a singer-songwriter. I play guitar and piano, and I've been writing music since I was about 8 years old when I wrote my first song.
And when did you start performing?
around the age of 13, besides like recitals and whatnot.
Sure.
And I'm looking to start, well, I made an album this summer.
Okay.
And I'm looking to make it available to the public and start touring sometime within the next year.
Oh, that's fantastic. What were some of the inspirations for the first album?
Well, all of the music that I write is based off of my personal experiences. I'm not big on, like, a lot of writers are really into writing story songs, you know, about characters that they make up.
Sure.
Anything like that. But all of the songs that I write are based off of experiences that I've had or seen my family or friends have. So the whole album, it's called Maybe Sometimes. The title is subject to change, but for right now it's called Maybe Sometimes, and it's just sort of an expression of who I am as a songwriter, and a lot of the songs dabble in different genres. Yeah, it's just about my family and friends and my relationships with them and experiences I've had.
Leah, let's look back a little bit on your experience at Camp Nicolet. It's been about 4 years since you were a camper. Do you think your time here at camp, do you think that helped you develop confidences, and especially in terms of performing, that are helping you out with where you are today?
I would say so, yeah, because whenever I would perform at the camp talent show, all of the girls were just unbelievably supportive, and they all just loved it, and they would come up to me later and be like, oh my God, your song has been stuck in my head all day, and stuff like that. And it just, the feeling of family that you have at camp really, I would say, helped me with my confidence in performing and just participation and audience appreciation and everything like that, because everyone was always just so supportive and would talk to me even years later and remember my songs.
Yeah, absolutely. And to that end, I'd like to talk about your music for a little bit, more specifically, and share one of your songs. We're going to play Would You Know on the podcast here. And Leah, what can you tell us about Would You Know from the album Maybe Sometimes?
Would You Know is very folky. There's no real percussion instruments in it besides a kabasa. I don't know if you know what a kabasa is. This song was about this guy that I really liked, that he just like wasn't making a move, and I was so frustrated, and I was like, we could just be together, but you're not making the move, man.
Right.
That's sort of what it's about. This song went through a long process. I originally didn't have a bridge for it, and instead of the bridge that you'll hear in the track, I adopted Bonnie Raitt's I Can't Make You Love Me chorus as the bridge of this song. Obviously, copyright infringement, I couldn't actually put that on the album, so I had to write a bridge for it. So that was sort of a process. Yeah, but this song it's upbeat. It's one of my more upbeat, happy feeling songs, even though it's, you know, sort of frustrating.
Should we play it?
Yeah, it's a fun tune to listen to, I think.
Can't you feel my heart get heavy when you look away? Can't you see my hand out, waiting for you to take it? Don't you want to start right? Don't you want to still get smooth? No, I don't give handouts, but no, you never make a move. And I'm not asking for charity, I just wish you'd notice me. Glass could shatter, a pin could do, the sky could fall, the world could stop, I could scream and stomp the floor, but would you know what I'm here for? Would you know what I'm here for? I know you're a cool one, I know you like to play it down, but oh, you're a cruel one. If we don't make it to the next round, oh, we could be something, or we could be something great, but no, we can't be anything till you pick up the pace. And I'm not asking for charity, I just wish you'd notice me. The glass could shatter, a pin could drop, the sky could fall, the world could stop, I could scream and slam the door, but would you know what I left for? Would you know what I left for? Would you chase me down? make me turn around? Would you scream my name just to find me in the biggest crowd? 'Cause I'm not asking for much, just a chance at love, just a chance at love. Do you know what I'm here for? Do you know what I'm here for? Do you know what I'm here for?
Would You Know from singer-songwriter Leah Silberman joining us on the podcast today. And Leah, back to camp. Tell us more about how music and camp relate for you.
When I came back to visit, you know how I stopped coming to camp like 4 years ago, and
Right.
I would still come back every summer because I just love it. And my counselors would be like, do you remember this song that you wrote that you would sing to us? And I was like, oh my God, I haven't even thought of that song in years because I just am continuously writing these things. But it's just amazing to me that, you know, all the girls remember.
Super cool that you got your start in the little theater here at Camp Nicolet. And let's move to the real world realm now of gigging. Let's talk about Chicago, Boston, the Northwoods. Where are you now?
I used to sing at this blues bar in Chicago,
Okay.
or in like a suburb of Chicago called Hanson Brothers, and it was just sort of an open mic thing once a month, and I would go and I'd bring my guitar and I would sing some of the songs I'd been working on, and there would be a live band just of people who all just got together and started playing. We would just have jazz charts, and we would just, blues charts, and we would just start playing. A few summers during high school, I actually lived up in northern Wisconsin, and I was performing sort of at the local bar and restaurant scene around there. I sort of just did like an 8-week circuit, and I performed 2 or 3 times a weekend at a bunch of places up there. And that was really cool because I sort of got into a rhythm of this sort of bar performing scene when I was like 16, which was really fun. And I met a lot of nice people, and I had a really good experience doing that.
Leah, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. A little bit about where you're going with your music career.
Trying to put together a team, if that makes sense, a team of people who can help me like get going on all of this, and making an album that people will like. I hope within the next 1.5 to 2 years that I have an album out and I'm touring and ready to go.
Leah, thank you so much for being part of the podcast today. Really appreciate it. And all of us here at camp wish you the very, very best ahead in your music career.
Thank you so much, Jer.
That's Leah Silberman, singer-songwriter, Camp Nicolet alumni. She was last at camp 4 years ago, now at Berklee College of Music in Boston.
And waste away the day. There's nothing else I'd rather do than be here with you. I feel you in my mind. You're present all the time. Trickle down my spine, and I feel you climbing through my skin and into my soul. Just one look, you take all control, and I know I can never move. Not unless you want me to. Just one smile, my heart seems to melt, and I don't know if I've ever felt this. Promise me you'll never go, 'cause now you're all I know.
We really appreciate Leah being on the show with us here, and it's always fun to catch up with alumni. And to that end, if you are an alumni and you'd like to share some of your expertise and your talents and like to be part of one of our podcasts, just send me an email anytime. You can catch me. It's jstars97@hotmail.com. That's the address that I use for all camp business here. So thanks, Leah, and we wish you all the very best in your music career. We have a lot of talented Camp Nicolet alumni out there, and we would love to hear from you for sure. Last thing I want to cover on the show today, and then we'll cut you loose until next time, till the big April podcast. But I do want to talk about Northpoint Adventures just a little bit. Of course, a subject that's near and dear to my heart. And Northpoint Adventures is Camp Nicolet's wilderness tripping program, and this is the time of year when we have to start making permit reservations and getting campsites and coordinating travel arrangements and things like that for Northpoint. And so it's also a very important time of year that we know who's going on different Northpoint trips. And so if you're at all interested and you're going to be at camp this summer, or not actually, you can come and just do a Northpoint trip if you would like. You don't have to be enrolled in a regular Camp Nicolet session. Talking camper age people, of course, ages roughly between 10 and 17. Visit www.npadventures.org. That's the Northpoint website. and check out which trips are going. All of our trips have people enrolled in them right now, except for the Voyagers Wilderness Canoe, and it is not too late to register for Voyagers. We're happy to make the arrangements for that trip as well, but all the trips are starting to fill up, so pick a trip that is suitable for your age and ability level. The Sylvania and the Porky's trips, of course, those are just part of the regular camp program that the kids do. There's no need to sign up additional for those. But if you are interested in Apostle Island sea kayaking or Pictured Rocks backpacking, those are appropriate for people ages like completed 8th grade or right around 13. Or if you're interested in Isle Royal backpacking at 14, 15. We even have Rocky Mountain backpacking going this year too, out to Colorado, and there is some space left in Rocky Mountain. So drop by npadventures.org, check out the trips that you might be interested in participating in, and now is the time for sure. Now is the time to start thinking about signing up for those awesome adventures this summer. So once again, thanks to Leah. Howdy to our whole camp community. Sorry it's been a little bit, but like I said, it's been a very busy month and a half for us since the Midwest Open House. We hope you got your video. If you didn't, please let us know. We'd be happy to get a video to you. And in the meantime, hope you have a good rest of the spring. Hopefully it's a little bit warmer in your part of the world than it is here at Camp Nicolet. And again, I'm Jeremy Stars from Camp Nicolet. Thanks for joining us on our podcast. And we certainly look forward to doing this summer with our campers as well. They're definitely going to be the stars of the show. So have a great rest of the spring, and we'll talk to you very soon.